Public safety is my #1 priority. I want everyone to feel safe where they work, live, and play. I have dedicated 27 years of my career to public safety and to public service. And with your help, I will be the first woman and the first person of color to hold this seat. And I will bring to this office 27 years of proven leadership, but also a different perspective and lived experience. So I was born in an army hospital outside of Seoul, Korea, to a Korean mother and a Caucasian father. When I was an infant, he moved us to his home state of Kentucky. My dad's mother, my grandmother, never approved of my parents' relationship because my mother is not white and English is not her first language. One day when I was 4, my grandmother got into an argument with my mother and threw her out of the house with only the clothes she was wearing. That day was the last day that my brother and I saw our mother for 25 years. So this experience shaped me. I saw firsthand what happens when someone is marginalized and there's no voice, no one to speak up for them. And while my brother and I both experienced discrimination and racism growing up, he also experienced the disproportionate school discipline and law enforcement contact that so many young men of color experience. I grew up afraid for his safety, and I understand why not everyone trusts our police or our systems. This experience also taught me about forgiveness, that my grandmother, who loved me, who shaped me, who taught me about hard work, she was not the sum of her worst mistake. Neither she nor my mother were throwaways. So when I contemplate public safety, I draw on my lived experience and my ability to hold many truths at once. And to me, public safety is all of these things working simultaneously in concert with one another. Yes, we prosecute violent crime and sexual assault and gun crimes. But public safety also means that we are free of hate crimes born out of discrimination. It means that we offer victim services that are culturally responsive, and that we respect victims' desire for healing and restorative practices. It means that we offer nonviolent youth who make stupid mistakes a second chance. It means that we acknowledge and dismantle the racial disparities in our criminal legal system. And it means that we address both incidents of crime and root causes, that people who need treatment and services get the help and the support they need so that the behavior will stop. All of these things mean public safety. And the notion that a thoughtful, modern, and effective criminal justice system can do both, address crime and help people recover and restore their lives, that is a narrative we risk losing as our political discourse becomes more polarized and divisive. I have spent 27 years of my career problem solving and tackling tough issues, often behind the scenes, because for me, it's not about ego and recognition. It's about ensuring that our communities are safe and supported. It's about identifying common ground. It's about building strong coalitions. And it's about working together in collaboration for results. Here are some recent examples of how I, as the Chief of Staff, have recently delivered on public safety and public service. I have partnered with community to build proven and effective diversion programs that have worked to reduce juvenile crime to all-time lows in King County. I have enhanced victim services by adding 10 new victim advocate positions, 2 of which are bilingual. I have secured funding to track and combat gun violence. I found new resources to form a hate crimes unit, and I have partnered with business leaders in the Seattle City Attorney's Office to combat and decrease organized retail theft and property crime. I formed a public integrity unit that is dedicated to reviewing officer-involved shooting and police use of force cases. And we still have important work to do. I still have important work to do. We must continue to address the rise in domestic violence and adult gun crime, and we have to do that in all parts of King County. As your next prosecuting attorney, I will continue to lead on these critical issues. I will build a fair and transparent justice system that protects public safety, and I am ready to hit the ground running. I am ready to transform and reimagine our Involuntary Treatment Act court into the important safety net that it can and should be, one that offers help to people before they decompensate and commit crime. We must also address gun violence We know how to identify the individuals who are close to gun violence, and we can and we must partner with our community and law enforcement to intervene before individuals become victims or perpetrators of crime. I am ready to invite the participation of our BIPOC and business communities. I want them at the table crafting solutions with us. We can learn from their lived experiences. We need their leadership and their good ideas, but most importantly, we need their trust. I will continue to lead on these issues, and we must work together to continue to move our communities forward. We simply cannot afford to go backward and turn back the clock on important reforms that have served to reduce youth violence and incarceration, that have enhanced protections for victims by removing firearms from domestic violence and other dangerous situations, that have increased accountability for police misconduct, and that have allowed nonviolent drug users to get service and to reclaim their lives. As your next prosecuting attorney, I will continue to lead on these critical issues, and I am ready to take our office and our communities forward to ensure that all of our communities are safe and supported, to provide peace of mind for hardworking small business owners, to ensure that people who have suffered harm and trauma and violence have a voice and obtain justice, to provide help for people who are in crisis, and to provide hope for immigrant moms and vulnerable kids who are looking for a way to belong. And this is a group effort. And I'm inviting everyone to join me on this journey, to be on the right side of history, and to work together to continue to bring positive change to King County. I would be honored to have your help and your support. Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause for Leesa Manion, our next King County Prosecutor.